Hey guys, so we're going to be doing an update on our Halo collars. So we have two dogs that are a lot of trouble. In fact, one of them is right back there. So if she gets out, she is running the neighborhood. It doesn't matter what kind of training she has, she is out of here. Now, the other problem child we have is this little guy right here. We have all of these 4-foot fences, which do have the fencing on them, but he jumps them very regularly. So if you've heard me talk about the Halo collars before, I'm going to preface this entire overview with I love them. But I'm also going to say they are not perfect, but they definitely do the job for what we need. Now, what is the Halo collar? So this is the Halo Collar 3. So it's not their original model, it's the third one, but this is the one that we got first. And let me show you the things I like about it and the things I don't. So with the Halo Collar 3, you can see here, it does have static prongs as well, like a regular training collar. It's kind of big and bulky. And what it does is it connects to the GPS satellite network, and you're able to create a virtual fence. So if you're familiar with any of the in-ground fenceless fences or electronic fences, this is using that same concept, but instead of using a in-ground wire to talk to the collar, it's using a GPS location. Now, it also has Wi-Fi and cellular technology built into it. Now, the great thing about that, and the downfall of that, I would say, is that it has the ability to, or it runs off of an app. They have their Halo app, so you set up your fence using a mapping feature on the app, and then you can track your dog's location. It's a two-way communication type of thing. Now, this here is the Halo 4. This is a little bit smaller. You can see it's got a pivot point, so it's a little bit easier to move. Still has your static ports or static prongs. They also have a speaker on it. In fact, both of them have a speaker. So you can see right there. So the nice thing I like about Halo is it does have the emergency static response, but they send you a training program once you purchase it, and the training program is taught by the dog whisperer, Cesar Milan. And the whole point of this is to have the static shock be the last resort. So through that speaker, there's multiple reinforcements that you can do. Now with the Halo 3, it's not quite as loud. In fact, it's the way they design it, it's so that you have the dog hear it, but it's not really audible to human ears, but then you can crank it up to as loud as you want. Multiple sounds, there's beeps, there's phrases you can say good dog or come or go home. But so you have all of these positive reinforcements, and then it also has multiple levels of warning before it gets to that static shock. So the first is a warning, which you can program as a beep or a different sound. The next is they both have a little vibration motor in it, the same as your phone. So it'll vibrate. So if they get up to the boundary, it'll beep at them. If they go up to the boundary and they don't respect the beep, it's going to vibrate at them. If they breach the boundary and they still haven't responded, then it's going to get to what they call emergency feedback, which is going to be that static shock. Now, will the dogs get shocked with the static shock? 100% yes, until you have them trained to respect the boundaries. Now, the nice thing is my dogs learned pretty quick they didn't like the vibration. The vibration was the scary thing for them, so they very rarely got to the actual shock part. Now, the training on this, it's similar to any other type of electronic fence. They provide you with some flags, and they base everything off positive reinforcement. So I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you how to do it because the Cesar Milan program is really good, but it starts out with using the collars in the house and responding to the whistle feature, which is one of the sounds where you can hit the button on the app and it whistles, and then it's basically a come type of command, and you use positive reinforcement over and over and over, lots and lots of treats. Once you get them trained to that, then you're going to start working on some of the other commands, and then you'll take them outside and start introducing them to the boundaries of the virtual fence, which are going to be marked with little flags. So they can visualize it, they'll start hearing the beep, they'll start correlating, and eventually they're gonna get it. So if you go through the entire program, and this is key, you got to go through the entire program, you're going to be very successful with it. You can cheat and just set it up and hope your dog figures it out, which admittedly we did with one of our dogs because he's kind of smart and figures things out pretty quick, but we went through the entire program with the other. It was more successful, quicker with the entire program situation. I got my little helper here trying to climb into my lap. So 1 second. Now, overall, the things that I really like about the Halo 3 and the Halo 4. So I find that the Halo 3 is a little bit more bulky, and its battery life isn't amazing. They'll both go for basically a full day, 6 a.m. until 11 p.m. or midnight, something like that. But when we first got the Halo 4, its battery was lasting 2 to 3 days before the charge, which is great. Now, I don't know if this is a software issue or a hardware issue, but the Halo 3 has been very consistent most of the time. Every once in a while, it'll get a false reading of where they're at based on GPS signal and maybe give a incorrect response. But for the most part, they're pretty good. I have noticed with the Halo 4, the newer model, that sensitivity and resolution of the GPS signal is better. So the dog can get closer to the actual boundary and it's more accurate. With the Halo 3, it was probably a 10 to 15 foot variance depending on how many satellites it was seeing, which is pretty significant. So the Halo 4 definitely dialed it in a lot better. They are coming out with the Halo 5, which has been just released, and I saw the list of features and it looks like they're going to dial that in more. So I will have a full video review of that soon because we're going to be getting it. Now, besides the actual battery life on the Halo 3 and the Halo 4, they've changed the charger. So this is the charger for the Halo 4, and this is the Halo charger for the Halo 3. I don't know what they have on the Halo 5 yet, but I imagine it's going to be similar, a little bit more user-friendly like the Halo 4. Now, durability-wise, I actually like the Halo 3 a little bit better than the Halo 4. It just seems like it's put together a little bit better, but I think that might be because they started to lighten the collar a little bit, so it's neither of them have broke, I want to say that, but the Halo 3 seems a little more sturdy than the Halo 4. Now, aside from just the actual physical collars themselves, one of the things that I've read on reviews that people don't like is they're a monthly subscription. There is, and I don't have the prices in front of me right now, but initially it was about $10 a month, and I think now that I have 2 collars, I'm paying $13 or $15 a month. They have other options where you can do kind of like an insurance plan. So if something breaks, you can upgrade to the newer model for a smaller price, blah, blah, blah. And the initial price of these between $500 and $800, whatever they're at, depending on your retailer, they're not cheap. So what I will say on that though is, yes, they're very expensive. And to the person who says, just train your dog, I get it. Yeah, you do you. We've trained our dogs, and they're just very smart, very intelligent, and depending on the breed, they're just trouble. So like I said, our runner dog, who is this one right here, she is the most compliant dog you will ever see until you unclip that leash. But once she is free, she is out of there. Now, the same thing with this little guy right here. He's very compliant, and he will jump the fence to go chase after a rabbit. Now, the good thing about him is he'll come back. He knows home. But our other dog, once she is out, she's gone. There is no coming home involved. So having that ability to track my dog and go find her with GPS and give her commands to come home has been worth the money. Now, we can tell our dogs are pretty smart. When they are wearing the collars, 100% compliant. They stay in the yard. We haven't had any issues. We take the collar off for 1 day. 1 day. And that one right there got out and ran. So it is, for us, the subscription cost isn't a big deal. I mean, it's less than a value meal at McDonald's in most cases. Now, the purchase price, that does hurt a little bit, but again, after about the 4th time of chasing through the neighborhood looking for our dogs, hoping they don't get hit by a car, it's not even a question. It's worth it. There are some other models on the market now. Halo started the whole GPS-based navigation, or not navigation, GPS-based fencing, but it looks like more companies are coming online to compete with them. So I'll do some videos on those as well. So bottom line, would I recommend the Halo 3 and the Halo 4? I would. I like the Halo 4 better. In some ways, I like the Halo 3 better in some ways, but we use both of them, same app, same account, and they both do the job. So looks like this guy is tired of my video, so we're gonna wrap it up here. But if you have questions, let me know and I'd be happy to go over them.